All right. So I'm back again. Had a bit of a sleep. Actually slept for a few hours, so I should be good to go for another 6 or 7 hours. Um, so with that, where is our schedule? Okay. All right. So we're moving. We are moving. Where's my channel? Sorry, guys. I actually had to. Last night I ended up laying on my bed and passed out. I guess I was more tired than I thought I would be. So we're gonna get started today. We're still gonna give 24 hours. Just got extended another 6 because of the long sleep that I did have from all the reading. I was exhausted, so I ended up just passing out as soon as I hit my pillow, more or less. Was going to actually come back, and then I decided I'm too tired to do it. I'm not going to overexert myself. That I need to get some rest, and I usually try to get rest. And my time clock allows me to kind of be up at until like 2 in the morning anyway. But it was like going on 3 when I realized how long it had been since I taught you guys. And I think I dozed off somewhere in between and woke up to the phone, looking at the phone, and on the front of the phone, my clock shows up, and then it's 0303, right? So it's like zero, and it was identical. It's just like 609 is 906 in reverse. Just the weird number combinations that are coming out. I also noticed that on the video that we did last night, when I actually stopped it, it was 2:22, 2 hours and 22 minutes, and like some seconds or something like that. Um, but I was mentioning yesterday about how the number was kind of bizarre for February, how the binary code, it was like almost like a binary code for the day. I don't know if it means anything, but it was kind of neat to discover that, yesterday's date was written in, um, kind of binary code, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but it came up as 0201 2019. Okay, so if you write out the numerical or I can't even talk still. The numbers for the date, instead of actually saying like February, just do the numbers for that relate to the month, and see what you come up with. See what you can draw from that. That would be an interesting thing to talk more about. The new numerology we'll do a little bit later. Just getting everything kind of set up for my other adventure that's going to be hopefully resonating soon, with a service. And sending me an email the other day in regards to signing up with their um, with their system and business opportunities for me. And I've only, been on YouTube for 4 months, but it ended up revealing it to me. So I was kind of great to kind of like, whoa, really? To be one of the readers for the channel. So blessings and everything are coming within a lot of different ways lately. And I was actually, feeling that everything was kind of not balancing itself, but little did I give any faith to what I was creating, and actually took time off from all of this to kind of get myself grounded again, and to realize that, sorry, you cannot get back onto the return bus to back to where you were. You can't do it. So there's no buses, or it's a one-way bus ticket. You go one way, you stop, you get off, and you start living your life. You know what I mean? But we're just going with the flow today. We're just gonna have a, s- uh, a simple Sunday, if that means anything. We'll see how simple it becomes for me. It may be simple for you guys, but maybe not so much for me. So I ended up having some rest, so I'll be good to go. I don't even know. I might just, carry on with the free readings like I do. But they're the ones that I have been doing, are have been actually long readings that I've done. That more in depth for some people that want it. And then taking it into effect for your personal experiences, and allowing them to manifest with the direction of the advice and direction of spirit for your own self, understanding of self, however you want to figure it works for you. What works for me doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you should do. like make it work for you and find something that you can resonate with in regards to, expanding yourself. You can do your meditation, start doing it. And then I would say after about, a few sessions that you do for yourself, say even after like a week, you can actually go into a more medium level kind of guided ones. But I would stick to the guided ones for the first little while until you get used to understanding your spirit and how it correlates with, the out of body experiences when you're meditating, going into different realms while you're meditating, being selective of what you do and what are wanting to experience for that moment. Okay, so there's now somebody was talking about on one of the channels was saying that twin flames don't exist. Um, People commenting on that. But I feel that, if you have nothing more to believe in or have no faith in anything that you're creating, then obviously it's not going to work, right? Because we all co-create with the creator. We create our own experiences. We create everything that we're doing. Direction and options variable, right? Um, and I have no problem giving the non-sugar coated version as, if you're feeling stuck kind of in a relationship or something, there's not really, it's not really, how do you say, it's not really, one way or the other, right? You still have options. Even when you feel like you're out of options, just slow down, relax, and take a breather for 5 minutes, okay? Because you might be overwhelmed with situations that may be coming your way, or experiences that are, kind of revealing themselves, or, the messages are trying to communicate, something to you. You have to be, kind of almost like a student type energy when you're dealing with, with people and you want to teach them or share your story with them. You almost have to feel like you're presenting in front of like a mass amount of people, and drawing on whatever. Oh, my nose is itchy. They say intuition starting up. All right, I'm gonna sneeze here. I know I am. But anyways, the experience that you want to experience is going to be the experience that you so choose. Okay, if you want to experience, and this is when you're doing your meditation, or transferring from one plane to another, for a taste of fun or whatever. Astral projection isn't a really big thing. It's doable, but it really doesn't serve a purpose when you're in your early stages of your journey. It's kind of like, once you get to manifesting, get everything down to a fine art so that you can, do it on your own at any given time. You can trance out, and be somewhere else and still be in one spot at the same time, but your spirit has kind of gone into remote viewing kind of energy. So that's what I feel when you're doing the daydream or you trance out. You just start, staring off into space, and you're just like trance straight like that. There's somewhere else that you are operating from, okay, that is coming through, right? So it's basically, it's like a tug at you, to pay attention for a minute. Like, it's real. I can tell you about the time, I was walking. We had gone to the corner store across the way here, and me and my partner were walking. We walked across the crosswalk, went to the store, came back, and on coming back, we almost got run over by a car. Now he wanted to jump on the hood, and my partner wanted to just like do like a lunge drop on his hood and just bam, give the guy something to be scared about. But I went to touch him with these two fingers, and I went like this and squeezed his jacket and just did a little tug. He said it was like a freaking weight of cement that held him back. Like there was more than just my two little fingers, the force that was pulling on him, which was me, to keep him from getting hurt or run over. He said it felt like a ton of bricks was holding me back. Like there's no possible way it could have been just my two fingers that were giving that much tug of a force for him to be stationary, not moving. Which was probably a blessing in itself. But he was just shocked as to, when you can draw on your energy for protection, it really does work. Be careful of what your mantras are in the mornings, or whenever you do your mantras. Be very clear on how you want your day to kind of unfold for you. If you're a non-believer, give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, there's other different ways of being able to access your memories, access a lot of different things within you, but you have to find your little keys, of things that work for you, like say meditation is working with the guided, maybe try some unguided ones in between the guided ones and see if you get different results. um, I know that I do meditation and it's an amazing trip. I'm like in a bubble when I'm in my existence, right? So it's like I'm in a big giant clear bubble that I can see everything and still maneuver, but only from the space of the bubble, uh, if that makes sense. So the visualization for me, I ended up putting myself into the bubble and wanted to perceive it as a different energy. I didn't want to perceive it as myself, so I went into a different mode for myself, a different altered ego of myself when I did go in trance, or take a trip on the DMT natural resource that we have in ourselves, and have fun with it. Right? There's a lot to be experienced, a lot of the unknown that needs to be channeled, and information that we're going to be giving, to each other, and helping each other to kind of grow and expand. So we're going to get started here. I got my coffee. I've got my smudge going. We're going to do a quick smudge again because I forgot to smudge myself here. Duh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to, Karen's channel. Karen cares. I do. I like to work from a pure intention, from a space of support and I can't even talk. I'm just like my voice is just shot here. S- um, there's a message coming through for somebody, and I'm not too sure who it's for yet. But it's a man. It's a male energy that's coming through. That's just being disruptive. So somebody's got a loved one that has possibly gone to the other side that wants to have communication from their side. I'm not sure who is the one, but it's a gentleman. I would say he's got like brown curly hair, kind of wave, regular haircut. He's about, I don't know, 5'11" to 6 foot, kind of, yeah, about 6 feet. He's about 6 feet tall, dark hair. I can't see his face clearly because it's not something that I have met before yet. So when I end up seeing the energy, I do not see their faces or what they look like, but I can see like the back version of them, but they don't reveal the front because I haven't met them in person yet. Um, but once I open up the energy and the reading, then maybe he will reveal himself through the cards as far as what energy is being attached. So there's different things that happen in the process. If I end up transing out, there's usually a download of messages that are coming. I'll give you nothing but the truth, and no sugarcoating applies here at all. So if you can't handle a little kind of raw truth and raw discussion, then maybe this is not the channel for you. Okay. But I'm just being respectful of the space, and moving forward, we're going to get started on the masculine. We're going to pull the masculine cards right now, find out what this masculine energy is trying to reveal to us, or not having us reveal. Okay. So we're going to have spirit in the guides to give us the direction and things that are messages that are coming through. Um, through spirit or through a higher self, an existence, or a connection that you have had with a person that's either on the other side or is currently in like a purgatory state at the moment. But I feel that this person has recently passed away. I would say like a month ago, there was somebody that was relevant in your life that has probably passed away somewhere in January, the beginning weeks of January, that you had lost a loved one, is what I've received. But the loved one on the other side is trying to come through for someone, and he wants it to be a genuine connection. Okay, so he's not revealing a whole lot to me right now, but he will reveal a bit more once we get going, and I actually find out who this message is for. Maybe there's someone yet to come and get the message. And look at that. That is like the perfect shuffle right there. A perfect balanced shuffle right there from all the cards. They are, equally separated, right? Um, which is bizarre. I enjoy when it reminds me of like a bird, a bird energy, like that boomerang, that boomerang that you throw and then it comes winging back at you. Well, there's a multi-layered boomerang right here, but equally shuffled. So we're going to have a lot of balanced energy today. I'm getting already. It's going to balance out. For some people, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. Some, resolution or ways that you can resolve whatever energy is presently currently blocking you or not allowing you to advance. So it could be a person or an energy feeling. So somebody is trying to remain in control and balanced through the journey. So this is definitely going to be, this question is going to be on balancing your energy, is what it's going to be, right? A simple way of looking at things. Balancing your thoughts, balancing, your actions, your movements, how you converse with people, how they're conversing with you, and being respectful of both spaces, yours and theirs, and not, being too into yourself or ego-minded. Okay, so we're going to find out what the overall experience from this male energy that's coming through for someone, and get some more verification on this person, on the man of the hour. Okay, so we got four, so we've got three. Okay, so there's four messages coming through from this energy guide that, is somebody's energy guide. Just going to move the witch's tarot to that. Okay, so this is a masculine energy that's coming through, and wow. Okay. This is a good actual, this is really cool for a reading. Now if I put them in their specific order is, you basically have kind of stepped back away from the idea of, your existence is being questioned. You're questioning your own existence from a different perspective or a different feeling. You're dealing with your emotions and feelings, and you've kind of fallen. It's not quite over. Like the experience isn't quite over for you to be able to understand it at the present time. It's kind of upside down for you. So really, when you're looking upside down, you're actually looking the right side up. How you learned in science class that you look through the prism and everything kind of flips. That's kind of like what we're doing with our personal eyes, that we're seeing everything. So if you really think about it, we really do need gravity, or we'd be walking on the ceiling. You know what I mean? Is it just a little, kind of way to kind of juggle your brain a bit in the morning? Um, but yeah, think about these things. It's just simple things that so many people find complicated, but there really is the most simplest answer there. But you always are so used to looking at situations and chaos and all the other stuff that you miss the subtle instruction or the implementation of, spirit a certain way, the signs, the symbols, that you're trying to figure it out, and you want to be able to start your journey. Okay, so your journey is waiting to be started, but I don't think that you're quite ready for this journey because you were upside down. You're kind of feeling a little bit uneasy, unsure about the situation. The path that you want to walk down to is, one or the other, right? So you're going to take the stronger staff with you. So if you had to choose between the two wands, which one would you take with you? Okay, so you're planning on traveling and doing all these things spiritually, but you're questioning the overall existence of humanity. It's what I'm getting. Like you're kind of like looking at the world in a different perspective from outside the box. Okay, so you have because you have the world in your hand. You can make anything you want, create anything that you want within this dimension. Right, so which one are you going to take from the situation? Hey, hey Eve. Hi, you guys. Hi, Liana. Yeah, I am just sleeping in today. So this person over here is trying to figure out which way to go. So in the direction that he's facing to you guys is actually looking to the past. So this person is still contemplating the past energy, but he was in reverse, and he's still looking at, the past energy. Go figure. Why is he still pointing in that direction? Because there's some healing that hasn't quite been finished. There's places that you have to visit. Spiritually, you can engage with the energy to get a better answer or an actual. Speaking of spirit, we're putting on the box. We forgot about the spirit box today. But you're moving in a direction that you're going to be satisfied with. But you've almost like it's like you've changed courses, okay? Because the one that is smaller than the other just didn't seem to fit. So it might be you're taking on a different kind of path now that is more fitting for your situation. And I think that's what Spirit wants you to know is actually using that benefit and the understanding to move in the direction that Spirit wants you to best move. Then you have the World card on top of it. So everything can be, your creation, whatever you want to pull from the universe, or energy that you want to create with someone, or energy that you want to just create for yourself to be able to, be gracefully attuned to, a new birthing kind of situation. It's like you're sitting in a bubble. Like I said earlier, it feels like you're in a bubble, and it's just bizarre, absolutely bizarre, the things that you can experience just from that indestructible bubble underwater. You know what I mean? Like it's your protective casing, that you pull up and you implement into your life and protect you from harm, right? It's an automatic encasement of yourself and your soul, right? Your soul is being encased with this dimension of a body, right? So it's your choice what you want to do with it, how you want to engage in the external versions or other um, energies or entities that are pertinent to your path. You're starting to see and have them revealed from the safety of the bubble, right? So um, you can leave the bubble anytime when you feel that you're ready to work on the challenges that you're being faced with, because you have different avenues that you still have to go down. There's a bit more healing that has to come, like showing in the um, next next group of cards, which is the future, your past, present, future kind of thing, all rolled into one year. But I'm feeling that you're just patience is something that you're having a hard time with. I feel like this guy is like losing his because he was in reverse as well. So he's not feeling very compliant, not wanting things to happen faster. And if you turn something upside down with fluid in it, where do you think the fluid's going to go? It's going to run out, and then you're empty. So you have to keep yourself balanced, keep your cups filled, because you never know when you might get hit with some news and it takes out a few of them. There's still that one. You're still waiting for that one. So that could also be meaning that the person that you want to interact with, that you're still waiting on them. Because the work that you've gone through so hard to get to this point for this person, that maybe the spiritual connection, also take warning to it. But you are connecting with someone. It could be a water sign, but take warning from it. Don't give everything that you have in lieu of the love for this person. You can have the balance between your personal space and their personal space, but you're waiting for that right one to come along to shower them in the blessings and the gifts that you've attained for yourself, and you want somebody to share it with. So there's that wand again. So now you're getting another wand. Like you could use it as your spiritual kind of spiritual wand. It's a pretty big walking stick, but you can change it into whatever you want it to be. Okay, so if you want it to be a walking stick, or you want it to be a talking stick, or you can create anything that you want now with this new gift that the universe is giving you, right? um, it's giving you the option. It's giving you the tools to get through. It's teaching you how to use the tools more, understanding it with more comprehension to make it, to work in your life, right? Because you really want to be able to take that 9 and move and transition. But I feel like the person here is kind of just waiting. He's almost like he's got everything that's going to be spread out, but he's just waiting for the right moment for it to, be dealt out. I don't feel it's a negative energy. I think it's a very positive energy. I'm telling you to take heed and take a break. Don't go rushing the situation. That could be the warning sign that you're rushing too fast for the actual connection to be met. But being accountable for everything that you've done, and you have worked hard to fill these gaps, and you want to share it with someone. So now you're going to get a wand. In your meantime, you get to hang out with playing with a wand, with a magic stick. Whatever you want this to be, it will be. Okay. So if you want it to be a walking or talking stick, you want it to, to continue its growth and spiritual path, because it doesn't make sense to see this stick and it's got, new green leaves on it. Everything is just kind of brand new, and how everything looks so amazing when it's brand new. You kind of want to keep it at that kind of new feeling. But as you can see, when you have items that are meant to be your spiritual items, they do take a beating. Just like your spirit takes a beating every time you experience the wrong or the negative influences that are around you. Um, so don't become the battered feather, like allowing yourself to be of a spiritual grounding that you're required. Even the simple as smudging with a feather and incense is actually a very good way to cleanse it. But this is almost like at first it took on the formation of like a tribal animal, like tribal art. My little dragon, or it was like a little dragon dude. It actually looked like a dragon when I first had it munched. Um, but my other cat came back for round 2 and round 3, and this is the result after 3 rounds with my cat. He got shorter, he got smaller, but he's still usable. Not until his last little dying breath or experience is yet to be foreseen. You know, and I think he's kind of cute having a little version of him. Like a little version compared to the big version that I did have. But it's uh, more easy to tuck it into somewhere and take it with you. It's not so like so long that you have a big end on it. So the Ace of Wands is the new beginning that the universe is offering you, but you're waiting on that. You're not going to jump the gun. You're not going to jump into the situation because you're patiently waiting, and until you get the clear sign to move forward, will you move forward? So that the universe is offering you, um, you know, tools to get through this next journey, the next starting this experience, and maybe a different experience, but the same kind of energy as far as dealing with the cups um, is going to come into play. Like you're sitting there like a genie almost. You're going to grab the wishes of your the lovely person that you're trying to connect with. So whoever this female is that's connecting with you, I'm going to see what's going on. Is she notice? Oh, there we go. So the Page of Wands. Okay, so now you've accepted the gift from the universe. So this is accepting the wand that the universe gave you. And now you're the Page of Wands. So now you're getting all dolled up. You're getting everything in order, so you can make a fashion statement with that yellow outfit and the boots, yellow boots. That's a pretty short top there. I think he forgot his pants somewhere along the line. Or he has not yet put the pants on because somebody else is wearing the pants in this relationship. So he's been stripped of his pants. His role in the relationship has now been demoted to just pay attention and listen, kind of. He's like almost like distracted that he's going to be leaving with no pants on. Could be quite the embarrassment, but he's being distracted by all this newness that's going around, but he's forgetting his pants at the drop of a dime. Now when he goes outside and sees how cold it is, mind you, he will realize really quickly that he forgot his pants. So then he'll go ask the wife for his pants back. The wife has her pants, okay, so that your wife will be the one that's wearing them. And now that you're all dolled up and ready to go, it's taken so long to get you to this point, she's ready to just like, okay, I'm not gonna be part of this. Because watching him walk out of the house is just enough entertainment to get you through a day. Could you imagine your partner walking out being so distracted with things around him, like all these shiny things and new, and being distracted? He forgot his pants. How funny that would be, walking out of the house and realizing after the fact that you forgot to put your pants on. Hopefully you're wearing your gitch, or, hopefully you're wearing something underneath there so we don't see, the apple tree swaying and banging. We don't like to watch apples banging back and forth because it bruises the back. It bruises the apples. We know what apples, crab apples. If we want to be specific enough, those crab apples that, are kind of stuck to that stick, I'll leave it at that. So you get a clear picture. Don't forget your pants. Be the one that's going to wear the pants. So it's a bit of humor. This is almost like a humor card for this person is trying to lighten the mood, and could be very aware that he forgot his pants, and then it just slips his mind because something new came into the picture, and it's like, oh well, what was I doing again? The forgetful veil that they're talking about now is happening, because I've experienced it where I've just like stopped and went, what is wrong with this picture? Is there something that I'm missing? And then, you go look in the mirror and it's like you got this big like black stain on your face. or something, kind of your hair's like all like poof and you forgot to brush it. I've had that experience where I walked out and I wasn't quite dressed or prepared for the weather that was outside or that was coming through. I got to move that down. Sorry, guys. I have that right close to my candle, and it's don't really want it to get too close. So you guys are going to be on a bit of a tilt here for a little bit, for a minute or two. But yeah, so make sure that you check yourself and check, your surroundings for, anything that you might be missing. Okay, because losing your pants somewhere is probably not one of the more, that could be them over your shoulder and you don't even realize that you're actually holding your pants. It's like somebody being on a phone call and then the person's like, well, where's my phone? And they're talking on it, like that. I don't know if it's happened to others, but I do know a person that had that experience where she was on the phone and next thing you know, she was like, where's the phone? I need my phone. And then the person on the other end is like, you're talking to it, like the veil of forgetfulness and how quickly we forget situations or things that, are very in plain sight. So you might not, intentionally be doing this, but, you're looking at the new sword. You're just amazed and just distracted to the workmanship of this sword that you or wand, sorry, not sword, wand that the world is giving you, and you're like, let's see what this does. Let's see what this does. Or it could be, a sign of coming into something that you get to test the waters with. So maybe you're buying a new car, and it's like you want to know what all the options are. You want to know exactly where you're going, how you're going to get there, and understand. What you're doing, but don't forget your pants. Okay, big message there. You don't suit the skirt. Okay, you do not suit the skirt wearing person in this relationship. You need to have, I think, sit down with the other half and explain what's going on. Who's going to wear the pants? Who's going to be the home wife? Is it going to be your wife or is it going to be you? So we're debating that. You guys will be debating that. You're ready for it, whatever it is, and you're being very accepting of the energy that's going to come through. But for Pete's sake, don't go out with your legs, uncovered, because that's kind of like people are going to call you weird and crazy, right? So find out who's actually going to have the pants by the end of the day, right? You want to have your pants in the proper position or proper person or on the proper person that you want it to be, right? So if you want to be the boss, then start acting like the boss. You're being given the opportunity, the tools, everything to experience good things in regards to your spiritual life. And maybe, it's not meant to be for you to even be bothered with whatever you're going to find out. Like you want to go searching for something, but you're just like not knowing what to search for. So you're kind of looking for cues, looking for signs and experiences that are gonna, be available to your growth experience, right? And you want to experience this new growth that's going on, and you're trying to put it into a perspective of being attainable energy that you are seeking, right? Being more in tune with the spiritual energy that's going on around, right? And seeing it, manifest into, a wand. How is it supposed to grow leaves? Like you're being questioned on, or you're questioning situations on how things work. Okay. The other way to look at that is you're looking for how it is made possible for this wand to be growing greenery. Okay. How is this leaves showing up on this wand? Where was this wand from? Why is it showing me new beginnings and new growth? Is this where I'm supposed to be headed? This is a definite asking a universe as to what is really going on and putting your intentions out there. You have the Sun card as the bottom of the deck, which is a good sign that things are moving in the right direction, more positivity. You're allowed to throw that little, what do they call this little wrap thing, like a little shawl or something that you were wearing at one point. Okay, you must have been wearing this at one point and you've kind of thrown it to the wind. So maybe the pants thing has a meaning, is symbolic to something, because, now we're in the sun and here goes the little guy. He's letting it all hang out and throwing it all away and just being himself, being, energy, being happy, being free. It's like, it's like when you change a baby's diaper, that, you're changing your child's diaper when they're very small and they're just learning to walk, and how hard it is to get a diaper on someone that is so restless you can't like tie them down just to get a diaper on them. Like that's what that feels like, is like, oh my God, really? We're going to play this game. We're going to play catch me if you can. So yeah, so it's kind of like that young energy that's going to keep you, it's going to keep you balanced. The young energy that you keep drawing on, and just be like, throw caution to the wind. Let's go. Let's have fun. We'll deal with what we get to deal with when we get there, right? So you're like, alrighty, let's go. Let's roll. Come on, people. Let's go. We can't wait. Now you're in like trying to rush everybody to get moving, and you really want to get going, and you're free and easy, and you just want to engulf everything in the in that young energy, and just throw caution to the wind. Let the wind blow where it may. Just make sure it's not blowing a teepee, up yonder, or a tent. At least you were courteous enough to, conceal, yourself from the lower half in everything you do. On the other side, while you kind of exposing yourself, you like, maybe you're somebody that likes to wear. I'm not even going to say it, but you get the idea. Somebody likes the feeling of being. You're trying to figure out what is going. Oh, I don't even know how to read that, but it's like, how do you say it without offending anybody? You can't really say it without offending someone. Okay, but I feel that this person that finds entertainment in cross-dressing may have a fetish thing going on, and maybe he's just pondering how this is going to work with the new experiences in life. Maybe this is a change in yourself or your person where you feel more comfortable being a female than a man. That's what it's saying to me anyway. I'm understanding. So do you want the wand or don't you want the wand? Or do you want to hide the wand? Do you want the wand with new life? Are you willing to, do you really want to embark on this journey? If you're sure about it and you want to, then by all means, if you feel comfortable coming out, maybe this could be a person that is coming out. I'm like trying to be as gentle as I can, but at the same time, it's hard to be unraw. But you're definitely thinking about it. You're thinking about going and elevating yourself to a different existence, like a level in this life of yours that you want to check it out. You have the mind that always wants to be curious of different things and how things work, or how do these relationships kind of, you're like always on the point of wanting to be something you're not, but you are being something that you know that you have. How do you say that got communicated? Knowing which direction you're going in, and if it is something that has become more than just a fetish in your life, just that's you, and there's nothing that's going to change that, what your view is. If that's the avenue you want to take, by all means take it. If it's going to give you a peace of mind, or maybe this is just an identity crisis thing you're going through and you want to experience it, say that you have, so that you haven't touched every stone or uncovered everything, but you're throwing caution to the wind. You just are going to go with it. You're just going to take the energy and let's roll. Throw away the clothes. We're going to revamp the wardrobe kind of energy. And the sun is going to guide you, and getting back in touch with your internal child, and that energy that you've had a lot of experience being when we were little. So with that said and done, there is definitely somebody that's going to be looking for support, that their whole their whole experience is going to change, and they want to be able to have somebody supporting the decision, if that's something that they are choosing to do with their personal aspects of their life. And just being, how do you say it? Being a support person, because I do know what it's like when you have a person, a friend, or even your own child coming out of the closet, it's big. It's a big step, especially if it's your child that, you know, one day asks you that, you know, what would you think of being in, this girl kissed me at this party. What am I going to do? She's really into me. I like her. You know what I mean? Like, how do you deal with that? Um, I'll tell you how to deal with that. You just deal. Okay. You allow your child to then start manifesting for itself and teaching that whatever you want is going to be there. I'm always here as a support for whenever they get into that kind of crisis mode with her. And then my own daughter actually came out of the closet a year ago, and it was an experience in itself. Um, you know, and just having her here and allowing her to feel okay in her own skin about, being in an open relationship like that, it could have been a phase. I don't know. It very well could have been a phase, but I'm not guessing as so. And that's fine. Whatever my daughter wants and feels good about and wants to experience in her life, she's able to do that. I've allowed them to kind of live their life without being too much of a nag. I try to, keep in the background, allow them to grow at times. So you kind of have to put your foot down as a parent and say, listen, if you're going to do this, you got to be expecting the consequences to be, whatever it may be, right? To be honorable to yourself first, and screw what everybody else thinks. What everybody else is going to give you doesn't mean that is necessary for what you need, okay? It's like the song, you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. I think it's like in correlation. All right, so now we're going to get back to this. Okay, we're going to move back to the, okay, okay, so I don't know who is next. Where's my chat here? Okay, so we're going to move into the chat now. So I just wanted to put that out there, but that was meant for somebody. The messages from the gentleman that came through was his messages of just accepting yourself in regards to your own experiences, and don't let anybody second guess you or make you second guess yourself. If you are sure in your situation and you understand it completely, that you take the appropriate measures to keep it, attainable, right? So you'll definitely be looking at, different avenues and different ways to get, down the street with this big pothole in the middle of it. Like all of a sudden the sinkhole shows up and you're stuck on the wrong side of the street. How are you going to, get over to the right side of the street and pass around this pothole or giant sinkhole that's in the middle of the road that's engulfed both sides, almost from one side of the road to the other side of the road, but there's like a sidewalk on each side. So how are you going to manage to get around this huge sinkhole? There's no other way around it except to be on the other side of the street. So how are you going to do that? What is your game plan? How are you going to be able to maneuver around this big sinkhole? What is going to be your options? Where is your options going to come from? How are you going to manage it? There's so many questions that we all have, but it's just not working. Like you're still walking in the same direction. You hit the same pothole or sinkhole, but you keep repeating it over and over, and then you finally realize, it's like an animal. It'll do a certain amount of activities so many times in a row before it realizes that it's not working that way, that it's pointless to even try. So before you hit that mode of not wanting to try, think about your journey. Okay, so this is like your spiritual awareness and everything is like a big sinkhole. It sucked everything out of you, and everything is just gone, just like that in a flash. Everything's gone. Spiritually, it can be very disruptive. But which way are you going to go? Like, how are you going to get around this hole? How are you going to get around this massive sinkhole? What you keep telling yourself, like you've been going down this sidewalk every day, back and forth. You go down, there's a pothole. You forget that there's a pothole, there's a big sinkhole in the road, and you can't get by. So then you go home and you sit and ponder a way to get around it. And then you walk back the same route again and do it again and again and again until you realize it's easier to cross the street further up where it's safer and walk down the other side. So now you've finally figured it out. So you decide to go around the hole. Not into the hole, not to the hole, but you actually get to go around, okay? and experience it. All right, so it's just logical thinking. You're going to do it so many times, and then you're going to find an answer, or a solution will come, and it'll be like a light bulb going off in your head, or an experience that goes, "Hello, I'm right here." Being aware and in tune. 4444. We got 44, 44, 44, 88. We're doing good today. I think we're doing awesome. So we're going to find out now. Let's see what's going on for the female versions of the channel. We're going to do the women first, because women go first. It's just proper etiquette to let the women go first. And we're going to see what's going on with our people that are currently in our chat. We're going to see which ones are going to be needing the in-depth ones. So this is going to be all for all the females in our chat. Even if you're a masculine, you want to, maybe get in touch with your feminine side. This could be answers to you as well. All right. And yes, we did. We reached the 100 subs, so it's free readings. It's Friday. What was it? Friday free for all, but it's kind of like the Sunday free for all. Free for all, not free for all, but free. I can't even say the word free. Free fall. That doesn't sound. I'm looking at the words in my head. That doesn't sound the same. I'm a free for all. Oh, okay. So it's going to be a free for all Sunday. Free for all. Okay. Not free for all. It's free for all. But it kind of looks in the lettering. It looks different than in what it's written. I know I get like that sometimes, right? Where it's like, I don't remember it being spelled like that. But free for all, it's like the free brawl, So we're going to do the free for all Sunday motivated, intuitive guides for my subs and everybody else that may be watching or tuning into the channel might need some direction. So this is going to all the females in chat right now. We're going to take a look at what's in store for us lovely ladies. See what's coming forward for us, in love, in careers, in options. Well, we have, first of all, the Five of Swords, and I'm going to tell you right now that we're all stick together, that, women stick together and support each other with things in life. We're more adapt to be able to do that kind of energy for people and being a support, because you're you're the dragonfly coming into, say this channel. You're just subscribed to the channel. You came and you want to experience things, and so we've got the welcoming committee coming through, and there's a lot of strength within this community, and it reiterates that we are strong, united. The Five of Swords is representation to almost like seeing seeing everybody notice and supporting each other here. There's a lot of support going on within this channel, so we're going to just continue grabbing a few more cards. Oh, we got the Ten of Cups going to be showing up somewhere in this reading. So we're going to, oops, that one hit the floor. It can stay on the floor until later. We'll get dealing with that one after. All right, so let's see what else is in the store. Can I get a couple more cards, Spirit? Oh, okay, well, you can stop at any time here. Okay, good. We're stopping because they're going to keep jumping and jumping. We don't want too many Mexican jumping beans coming through here. You know what I mean? So this one. We're just going to pick them up. I'm going to shuffle these ones because it's kind of cool, right? We'll just take them and give them a little shuffle, extra bonus kind of shuffle. You know what I mean? Mix them up a little bit here. We'll mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up. Let's see what we got. Let's see. And look at the neat little star it made. So here we go. So we're going to use that as the overall energy. Is the Five of Swords and how everybody's, the welcoming committee is on its way. You see the little people that are coming towards you because you're there, and it's kind of feeling like you're kind of out of sync with us, but it's very easy to find the energy within our community. We have great people involved in helping each other, and if one person's busy talking with another person, there might be something that might stick out from the conversation that maybe you want answers to, and you can also ask other people in the chat as well that are part of the Emmy community. The spiritual connections that they do have. We are all here to work together. Not one person needs to be left behind, because that was a commitment I made, that no one gets left behind. I just give, my 100, expecting you to keep your 100 or your situation and your intentions good and in a positive manner for others in the situation. What else is there? Is there anything else that I need to know? Okay. So we're going to find out. So we got, oh, look at that. Right off the hop. We got the Two of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So we haven't manifested this quite yet. But you're being drawn into, you know, you're going to be drawn into a partnership. You know, like you have the Two of Cups here. This is an open communication beginning of a relationship that possibly could be coming through for you, that you are actually being a little bit reserved and not accepting awfully quick. You want to kind of grow and experience, you know, life in this relationship before it gets too serious. But you're both enlightened beings. You're both from a spiritual connection. You know, um, you're being coy with yourself because you don't want to put yourself out there as anything but a pure energy, and a positive energy. You know, you have your dignity, your integrity, everything is pertinent and important to you, whereas the other person is going to actually represent himself and allow you to grow in that direction and not be judgmental. That sooner or later in the relationship, he's going to have his enlightening moment and becoming light and understanding how healing works for each other and how it works differently for everyone. You know, like where I say I went for surgery today and you went for surgery today, but it has different like healing times for each person individually because we're individual energy that has been placed here to find out about ourselves and to become part of one, right? So part two, Ace of Swords. So you're wanting to take this in stages. You know, like you're basically your life is, you know, kind of come undone. You've kind of hit a situation where everything just seems to be falling apart, and then all of a sudden you get distracted by some beautiful internal energy that's come up that you forgot about. You know, the the ability of a butterfly to be able to carry messages, as they say, to the outer realms, spiritually, have revealed themselves. I've experienced butterflies of this formation, or the actual breed of fireflies, of butterflies, the monarch that it's kind of showing here has revealed itself even as far north as me, right? I've seen these actually migrate all the way up here into Canada, and it's not even their migration route for the things. For them to even be up on this side of the this upper part of North America. So here you are. You are definitely taking things and dealing with them, putting them to rest, so you can move on in the direction more appealing, more understood. Now you have the experience and the knowledge to be able to, go it alone, right? And you have all your experiences and everything with you that you can take with you through memories, through your mind, and keeping them filed, neatly and in order. Everything that doesn't apply, you can get rid of, throw it in the dustbin, and just kind of delete it from your life if it's not pertinent to your journey. So always keep your journey, your journey swords with you, because they're experiences that you've learned, but you don't have to be carrying the casing that it came with. Okay, you can actually make these a little bit more, easy to transport. But think about it. He's got all of these swords, but it's in the bottom of his canoe. So now that's where the simple-mindedness comes in. How smart is to stick a sword in the base of a boat like the way that he has done. You pull out those swords, there's going to be water that's going to be coming in. So it wasn't really thought out, as far as being methodical about your situation. You forgot about the holes that are going to be left in your canoe from putting the hole in there after you discard the sword out of the boat. In comes some water. So guess what? Now you have to figure out how to plug the hole again. But too much water is overtaking now, and now you've lost your canoe. So you're up shit creek without a canoe or a boat or an oar. You're just left in pure coldness, and now you have to fend for yourself because you didn't think that the journey through clear enough as to what was going to be the end result. You were blindsided by that. And guess what? Now you get to be up shit creek without a paddle, and you'll be cursing all the way back to the shore if you even make it there. Because it looks like the shore is pretty far away, so you're going to have a long time to swim and think about what happened there and how it's going to reiterate in your life. so think before you act. I think is probably a good message to go with this. Think your plan out first before you engage on it, because now, you've been presented with this possibility of a situation arising, and how to think inside the box really fast, or outside the box, and be visual. All right, so in the present, you're currently, everything is kind of leaning off. The cards kind of went on a lean there. They're moving towards the future, though. They're leaning in the forward movement. So everything is kind of in reverse. Everything is kind of, you're coming from the past and you're working your way into the present. So everything is kind of opening the doors for you to come through into the present day, and being in reverse. You're actually, moving in the right direction. So you've actually in the present have basically your knight in shining armor is going to be coming through, bearing a gift for you. Your dark knight, I guess, is what you would call him, the dark night of your soul, the darker areas of your life that you need to maybe put some shine on, or take a lesson from. But allowing yourself to be experiencing it all. Now is your time to, sit back. You've worked hard, almost like you're in a retirement stage. You've worked hard spiritually, and you get to take a rest now, in experiencing, a new relationship, like new parents. And then, here's baby sitting with grandpa, playing with grandpa, and there's the mother and father off in the background, trying to deal with whatever they have to deal with. From a distance, they're looking at this situation openly. But you do have animal energy that is surrounding you. You have your family to support you. If this relationship is left in the dark, maybe the relationship is being carried out in the dark. This could be like, somebody not wanting to reveal too much in the relationship right yet. Okay. But once you do find out that this person is kind of like your partner in everything you do, you've trusted them enough with, even your baby kind of thing, and showing support to you and experience, that family unit that you're craving is going to be a possibility, to watch your children grow up and be happy, but I definitely feel that there's a lot of water. There's water, earth, and fire showing up on that card. So it could be in relation to the children being water, earth, and fire, is what I'm getting. Because there are 3 girls that are playing in the sunlight and enjoying their situation, right? So then for the future, we're looking at for you. Okay, so we have a slight problem here. There's definitely going to be people trying to attach themselves to you. The masculine energy is going to try to control you. And the 8 of Wands is reflecting on the current situation. And there's now so much new growth and experiences that you've experienced over the last little while, that everything is coming and it's rebuilding itself and regenerating its, spiritual path and its energy. But how do you actually create new energy if it's not a living item? But everything is still, just because it's a table doesn't mean it wasn't a tree, if that makes sense to you. You have all the tools, you're having the growth, the experiences coming through now in the future to be aware of. But be wary of this knight. He's going to come in, he's going to be looking all proper attire on, but there's going to be something that sets you off to knowing who this person that it wants to manipulate the situation for their own benefit. They'll put on the act of the person that they are trying to fool when they can't even fool themselves. So this knight is going to come in and dressed up, and his whole attire is kind of like mismatched, right? So he's trying to be somebody that he's not, taking on the energy of pretending to be a knight, but the suiting armor is definitely not even fitting him, like he doesn't suit it, or you know what I mean, like the suiting armor just doesn't suit this person, the energy that they're trying to, has been putting on a show, right? Or is about to put on a show just to kind of dance and kind of make things, perceive them differently. And then you're going to get this gentleman here that's going to be very arrogant. He's going to be stuck in himself. He's going to be, it's all about me and I don't care about you. and that's just the way it's going to be. Like having that smug look on his face, like, haha, I got you. And you're not going anywhere. I've got you manipulated into believing so much shit that it's funny. This person is going to be sitting back laughing at the fact that they've been trying to dupe you, but you're already ahead of the game by understanding this person is not going to be able to, because you're already like a bloodhound on a scent. You already are aware that this is going to be coming forward, and catch them off guard is the only way to see this energy kind of fall away. Like there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of support underneath that, or maybe there is, but I don't feel there's a lot of support coming from behind, or anybody that wants to be supporting of this energy. This is an ego mind that we're sitting with this energy is just gone right up to his head, and it's his head's swollen because he thinks that he's won the jackpot, with just having to do nothing and just sit in his little throne and expect everything to be handed to him because he's a king, but not actually being deserving of a king. So not getting what is rightfully a, the gifts of for the king is not for this kind of king. We want something that's going to be beneficial to us. We're going to want somebody that's going to be looking out for everyone, that's not just out for their own personal sake of energy and dealing with that. So watch out for those, the fire, watch for the warning signs of these energies popping up for you, that you'll be well ahead and already know what they're doing, and you'll be able to crack it, knowing the knowledge that you do have, because you're very knowledgeable. Um, and you won't put up with shit, just like I don't either. I don't put up with the BS on the channel. I don't give you BS. I give you direction and options to your situation. Okay, um, so Ashley, yeah, that is for the females in the chat. So if anybody resonates with you in regards to those energies that were mentioned, feel free to comment about them. If you want more inciting personal information, and if you want it to be done over YouTube, that's fine. I will do it over YouTube. If not, then just send me an email, and you can email me at shamanme333@gmail.com, and I can take your questions more privately there if you'd like to do it that way. That's fine. Donations can be made to my PayPal account at www.paypal.me/mystic shaman333. There's a link on my main title page on my actual YouTube channel. There's a button in the cover photo that if you click on it, it says donation at the very bottom right corner of the cover photo that runs the big long one in the back of your main page screen, and it says donations. If you click on that donations, it will actually also take you to the link to my PayPal account where you can make your donation, right? Hey, happily ever after, and Ashley's still here. Thank you, Ashley. I haven't even had a chance to even see who's in chat yet, but I'm going to take a minute here. I just did the female kind of direction that we all kind of need for certain times. Okay, so let me just go back up. Where are we here? Hang on, come on, move up. Okay, so I'm wondering who is next. I didn't have the list, but I'm sure somebody else. Score 44 should be a mod. I know I have to add her as a mod. I haven't done it yet, but I am going to see if I can get her. What? I'm gonna be a nanny. Joking, be right back. So that what you've got the good word. Positive vibes, positive reading. It is definitely, it's going to be a very stressful day. I think there's a lot of changing. People almost like doing like like that barnyard square dance where you swing your partner around and round and all that kind of do-si-do and do-si this and do-si that. That's what I feel that there's so much of that exchanging of partnerships, of exchanging of people and relationships just at the drop of a hat kind of thing. Just blows my mind how you can just drop it and cut it. It blows my mind that and then after you're coming back to revisit and you still have feelings. Like, while we didn't obviously cut it completely, did we? Because you're still carrying the energy from that situation with you. And you have to come into a decision when to make it stop. I'll be right back on set. Ouch. You can. Maybe roll me smoke, please. Go there. Thank you. Alright. So it's snowing where I am. Can you believe that? I have snow outside. It just started snowing. And when this is about the same time last year, we ended up getting like 6 inches last winter, and it was like yay deep in snow, which is kind of cool. It's about the same time, February-ish, same about the same time as last time. But I wonder if this is actually linked to that new on Agenda Free TV. Go check out the video on um, something about the cold snap that you guys are experiencing down in the mid-eastern kind of part of the states where this cold snap's hitting you guys really hard. I think this might be like we're on the cusp of it up here in BC. We're gonna start feeling that cold snap move in. It's like places are recording -33, -40, -20, -13 in areas, and that's in Fahrenheit, not Celsius, Fahrenheit. It's like 15 below zero. And you guys are hitting a cold snap. I really hope that you guys don't have, have it too annihilation, that it's not annihilating your area, because I did hear on Agenda Free TV a few of the things that he was mentioning as far as people leaving work, stores are shutting down. It's almost like everything's kind of going, to nothing mode. Like nobody's going to be able to do anything. Um, All right, so there was somebody here that didn't understand what I was saying, apparently. No, we are doing individual. We just did, one for the female collective, and then we did one for the male collective. So we've done both the male and female. So now we can get involved in more internal or more intuitive for whoever is on the list. So I'm just trying to go back through here to see where I'm going to the dark night of the soul. Are you really? And how are you finding that to be a very difficult kind of experience that you didn't expect to happen, or you kind of had a clue into after you get it done, it all made sense, right? I'm sure. I know when I did mine, I didn't hit my dark soul of the night until probably about a year ago. And it was almost like going through like a midlife crisis kind of energy is what I felt. It was like a midlife crisis that I didn't even expect was coming, and it just kind of slaps you right right there. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm not too sure. I'm trying to see. Okay, so I see that happily ever after. I know I was supposed to be doing yours yesterday, I think, and I ended up not coming back because I fell asleep. Um, all right, so positive, right? Okay, so I'm glad this is resonating. And I'm glad too, you guys take what you want from the readings, because it doesn't mean that it's all specific to you. There's bits and pieces that maybe it's like a puzzle. You take from one puzzle to fit into another puzzle, that you're working on, and just try different pieces and different ways of approaching energy. So we are doing individual readings. It's part of the gain 100 subs, and we get to do, some readings and some insight readings for you guys as a celebration of making 100. That's a big thing when you don't really, when everything has been worked out, and is experiencing that, that was a big kind of, it was like it was really important to be able to get that far, and at least just set a goal for myself with my channel, and making sure that everything is on the up and up, and to receive 100 subscribers to my channel, which I think is now at 107 or 108 subs, which I want to say thank you guys so much before I go forward, just to say that I'm grateful for every single one of you, and to be able to be of service for you guys at any given time, right? But I'm very selective on what I do read about, as far as doing readings for people. I'm kind of selective as to what information gets said on YouTube and what doesn't. So I kind of like censor myself, because I'm not sure how it will be received. Right, so it might be a personal aspect of this person that the question or the information is coming through personally, and it's too personal for me to even to be able to discuss openly without the permission of the person that it may be for. So this is what I mean now that we're into doing the individual readings now. We're going to be probably hitting a few of those snags. And I just want you to know that if it is resonating with you and that snag happens to reflect to you, please ask questions, or send me a message, or in chat, say that you've left me an email. I'll go and check the email and be able to do a reading based on the information that you were questioning. So never feel that you're alone. Never feel like you don't have a reason to ask the question, because whatever question you want to ask is a question you want to ask, and you're more than welcome to have the freedom to be able to express it here in this channel. That's why we're here. We're expressive energies that are here to support one another, to help each other down the path with direction, or with your experiences that you have experienced that may be beneficial to another soul person in the community here. We're here to help each other. Pat my back, pat your back. You know what I mean? We give and we take only what we need, but we also are the foundation and the strong willpower for people to be able to be creative, and allow their energies to kind of flow in whatever direction they want to flow in. There's nothing saying you can't flow that way or you can't flow this way. You can flow any freaking way you want. You can flow upwards, you can flow downwards, you can go side to side, you can go anywhere in this dimension. Or if you want to experiencing, an out-of-body experience, try flying around your room. It's quite a trip. You leave the body and you're flying around your bedroom and you're looking down, you're going, wow, this is a trip. Never thought I could do this. It's almost like I'm Peter Pan kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like going into Neverland is what, kind of the message that I'm receiving is what you can compare it to, right? Is, going to Neverland where nobody has to ever grow up and nobody has to get old and nobody has to, experience anything, as a child, right? We're all infinite little beings that are having a big party, but we don't even realize the party started and we're still, waiting to get invited. You know what I mean? So Elena, yeah, so it's like, it's party time, but nobody's partying. We're all tired. We're all just like little children with little ice creams in our hands and going, woohoo! Having fun with it, right? Have fun with it. Just generate, happy and laughing and experiences that only you can find humorous, but you've played it out in your mind and you start chuckling. It's a good idea to maybe try, because you got to be excited. You got to be, motivated. You got to go and feel like a child, like I would actually should be running outside with my slippers on and sliding down my driveway without falling down. That's something that the spontaneity of everything, coming into play, and then just learning to experience it. Like, what else is there to do in snow but pretend to drive, ski down your driveway, right? Because we've got a slope on ours, but running and then step on like you're stepping on your snowboard and just go down the slope of my driveway and going, woohoo! That's excitement for me for the day. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? You can only do that so many times before you need a bigger hill. We need a definite bigger hill for that, okay? So we can't do it in my driveway for long because it's just a little slope. It's the beginner slope for whatever you want to experience. I'll take you down the beginner side of the mountain instead of down the extreme side, because the extreme side gets a lot of moguls and bumps, and you got to really know when to bend, when to duck, when to curve, when, you need a little bit more, how do they say, some more flexibility into movement when you're hitting the extreme slope. So I'm not going to take you down the extreme slope, because somebody did that to me once when I was younger, and I was only about, I don't know, I was about 10 or 11 years old, and we used to go every weekend almost to Banff and go skiing. So anyways, my brother decided to take me down a Black Diamond run. And I didn't know, I was clueless as to what runs. I just remember that my mom said stick to the green runs, so I thought I would. And I looked at him, I said, what does the Black Diamond mean? And he's like, don't worry about it, just come on, let's go. And you don't actually find out what a Black Diamond run is until you're halfway down the run and you are just like bouncing. You're just like, whoa. And, you get through that bumpy road and you're just like, wow, that was fucked up. But you're standing at the top of the bowl at the crown of the hill and you're looking down. You can't see them because you're like in a whiteout because it's snowing. You can't see that there's moguls there. So you just like hit it and bam, you hit your first mogul and it's like you fly. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Then you land on the next mogul and you're like, lose control, like lose absolute control of the situation until you're through, and just kind of tumble and roll and, tuck and ride and just go through the motions just to get out of it. You know what I mean? Like hit the road, you know, bounce, 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 bounce. There's you all the way down the hill. You know, the little cartoon version of your skis flipping over and one going one way, the pole going one way, you're going in the same direction, and the forces are just carrying you down the hill, down that slope. And you keep rolling and rolling and rolling, and then you finally come to a stop. Then you get up and go, that was fucking awesome. Trust me, you will. You guarantee you will walk down off that slope and be going, that was fucked, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. I made it down that slope, and I did it. I managed to get out of there. And then the next time I decided to go down the road with him, I learned from the first time to tuck and sit on my skis and basically let them kind of guide me down the hill. And I actually was sitting with my hands holding the skis and kind of maneuvering low so that if I had to kick out my ski to stop, then I could. It was an experience in itself. It was actually kind of fun, but I really was pissed at my brother for doing that to me at first. And then it took me almost the ride trip back home to say, listen, you're a fucking asshole, but we couldn't swear when we were kids, but I wish I could have swore at him when I was a kid because he would have known. Same thing happened when he went to take the horse that my grandfather was boarding on the farm, took the horse out for a ride, decided to take it out, full throttled the horse down the pasture line, the fence line, and just as you're coming out of the back 40 there, there's like, it's like a grove of trees, right? So basically you're looking at a grove of trees in front of you, and there's like, you know, you can't see that there's actually an exit because it goes a 45 automatically. So what happened was the horse was used to this movement and this actual pen that it's been in normally, and it knows where to turn, right? The horse knew where to turn, but my brother didn't pay attention as to when he should actually be holding on tight, because when you hit that corner, your G-force is throwing you into a log pile. And it did. It threw him off. It literally, he kept going and the horse turned. He went flying off into a into a bunch of lumber, like logs from for fireplaces that were, you know, piled up, and for like a pile of firewood kind of thing. So he landed in the pile of wood, broke his arm. The horse went running back into the stable, trotting once it got around the corner, but he bit the log pile. So he thought that he would full throttle the horse that he didn't know, and he ended up paying the consequence because the horse out threw him, right? So he didn't have control of the situation, the horse did. And trust me, the horse gave him, you know, the information real quick as to the corner that he's going through. And oh, look, you guys have decorated chat. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? You guys are awesome. I love you. I really do. You guys really, you know, these are the kind of like things that I like seeing. You're not just, you know, plain Jane kind of one-line questions. And I want to see what's going on. I want to see the emotions take shape, right? And experience it. Oh, thanks. And experiencing it for yourself, right? I'm just gonna steal the candle. All right, so I'm gonna have a puff. Okay, so yeah, thanks, Wallflower by 3. We did it. We managed, and we made it. We made it through the brunt of it. You are. I was just, you know, kind of trying to kill some time in between readings. But I'm just enjoying my day with hanging out with you guys too as well. You know, you guys are always there and being supportive, and it's like, I wish I could actually like just do like something like live on here, like actually hearing you guys talk, like that Google Hangouts. I don't know how that one works. I'm still trying to figure that one out, how to do the Google Hangouts for channeling, you know, on the channel where you can have like different people join into the conversation live. So that would be, you know, kind of nice to have to experience. And that's what we can do on Discord. I forgot all about the Discord account. See, this is what I mean. I forget things that we already have set up. So the Discord invite. Okay. See if I wrote it down here. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, that's not it. I don't know which book I wrote it down. I think I wrote it in the other one, to tell you the truth. Okay. esoteric implant, mind control, chicken wing bones. Yeah, that was one thing that I had my energies telling me that I needed to get some chicken bones. Chicken bones for something. I don't know what it was that they wanted me to get chicken bones from. Like start reading chicken bones. Like I don't know that one quite well enough to do that, but I do have an idea as to how it's going to end up going and becoming my reality. Part of my reality, I should say. Okay, so let me go to the other side. No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, no, I must have wrote it down in the book somewhere. The Discord invite link. Where is the Discord? Okay. So I got my list of energies. Okay, so let's see here. Where did I write it? Oh, there's my... where are you here? I think it's called... Okay, so I think it goes www.discord.gg/... small s. What is it? Oh, I'll have to look it up later. I can't do it right now on this one, on my phone. Did I write it down? Where did I write it down, you guys? I know I have it here somewhere. I'm just going to take a minute to look it up. All the time in the world today, apparently, because we're here. Where is it? Yeah, I've got so many people written in here for reading. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's my Discord name. I think it was, let me see. Okay, give me a sec. I'm still trying to find it here, guys. I think it was really easy. I can't remember where I wrote it though. I think it was, yeah, let's go look it up here. I can look it up on my computer here quickly. Because I will actually, it's a gaming platform, but you can actually do like live talking and everything. We can do readings there as well that are a little bit more easy to do, right? I'm going to turn into a chicken. I don't even eat chicken anymore, for crying out loud. It's time to ditch Skype and TeamSpeak all in one voice text chat. Okay, so we're going to log in. Okay, where is my... Okay, you know what? I actually have this on my desktop here. Give me 1 sec. All right, here we go. So we're going to find out what's going on, which is the, the invite stream that I have to give you guys, or a link to get back in. Then you just set up an account and go from there. I'm just going to log in here. Okay, so I'm just logging in here. Hang on a minute. Okay, so we have to update this. Okay, so I gotta wait for the update to be to work here, and then we're gonna get logged in here, and then I'm gonna get you guys a link. But we're gonna do some more readings. I've just kind of been taking it slowly. I don't want to, drain myself right away after every reading. So it kind of just gives me a little bit of a break here to kind of get other things set up for you guys. But it's definitely www.discord.gg/st with stars or something. I think it was something in relation to the star energy or the word star. And then there was something else. I can't remember it. If anybody remembers the actual Discord invite, let me know. Because I'm not too sure as to what it was that I was looking at. What's going on? I've got like 3 of them here. Hang on. Checking for updates. Okay, good for you. Check for updates. And now there's more opening. Okay, what is going on here? I don't need you guys opening on me. I don't want so many. Okay, so we're gonna go
my mail. And where are we here? So yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask the questions. It's perfectly fine. We're gonna get okay. So we're gonna get this figured out here. Get this working because you can actually talk live. And once I get the link for you guys to send you an invite to the actual direct channel, um, it's a little easier. Then you just have to click once, set up an account, and then you're in, right? Um, where you can actually have live chat and everything. You can actually do more. You can actually do the private readings right there and then. So it's a little bit easier doing it that way and having one thing to really log into for all of it to be done in one format, right? So it's a good thing. It's a good thing because on YouTube you don't get that opportunity. They don't give you, ways to, okay, sure, you do the private link and everything, and then you have to copy the link to the email. And it's, I would rather have a direct connection when I'm doing somebody's private reading, to be physically connected, like through a phone, like calling like your basic phone thing, live on a phone or live in Google Hangouts, but having that live connection within like the connection that you create when you're actually talking directly to someone is a better connection and tuning into the energy that person has at that time for the dream, for the reading to come, and work out in favor, right? Okay, so all right, so where am I here? See, I don't understand why it doesn't say my account here. Okay, we're trying to get this to open up. Okay. My computer, like I said, I've got to clean my computer out. It's slowed down quite a bit. Okay, so it's really slow and it doesn't want to open when I want it to. So it takes a couple of times for me to enter it for it to work. Okay, so let's try it. Open. There we go. So it's really slowed down here. Okay, so we're on. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we're logged into our Gmail. Now, why is it not using my Gmail to open Discord now? What's going on? So many unnecessary dramatic encounters. Okay, cool. Let's see. I think this is a verification that I'd set on this account. I'm not sure that it, if it's me logging in or whatever, security purpose. Just gonna close that one for now. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait for that to load, and we're gonna try to do a reading in the meantime. We're waiting for this little computer to actually catch up, stop being a damn potato, and let's catch up quick, right? Nay, for me, RE Discord is in more ways than one. Say that again. Chicken. So, what did you have a bad experience with Discord? I've stopped. Am I like glitched myself here or what? The stream's frozen. I don't know if it's frozen where you guys are, but it's frozen on my laptop. Mystic Shaman, Insight Readings. Hey, you know what? You guys are awesome for doing that. That's kind of cool. I like that. You should make an Instagram. I do have an Instagram account. I haven't even used it yet. Like, I'm so behind in the technology. With all this shit, all these programs, I just kind of like fell off the face of the earth when it came to, understanding these ones. I literally fell off the edge of the earth. That flatliner, or the flat earthers made me fall off the edge, so I didn't quite get the memo. There was no memo received on this point, right? Sure, Wallflower, you can ask any question. Feel free to ask. I'm paying attention to the chat right now, so I'm trying to be counterintuitive to be direct here. It's ideas. Yeah, we just, kind of go with the flow, whatever, kind of perks your interest, or, you want to answer any question, whatever. I like IG. What? I like IG. I have to remake one. What does IG mean? I like IG. I have to remake one. Discord is, well, I don't know. Don't like it. Lots of ideas. Oh, okay. You don't like Discord. Well, we would have our own private channel. Like, you'd have to have the link to get into our channel, so it's more private. I haven't had any, but problems with it. It's people are now registered. We just haven't been using it because every time I seem to go in, everybody seems to be offline. So it's kind of nice to have like a group of people to go there. But Instagram, okay, I can try to do Instagram. I've never done it. I've got it set up, and I think I've posted like maybe 2 videos or 2 pictures. Trying to get a positive direction in directions that I may be moving, right? So, excuse me. Oh yeah. Okay. Is just relaxed, yeah, flatline and working on desk stuff. Yeah, we don't want a flatline. So Kiara, hey, I'm still waiting for questions here. I'm just starting from Kiara in the chat, so if you guys want to retype your questions, go ahead and ask. Because it takes too much, takes a lot. Will I meet the love of my life when I move abroad? Am I going to meet many frogs there before I meet him? Sorry if it sounds silly. Haha, thanks. Okay, so you want to know what's going on, when you actually are, you want a little bit of insight into what's going to unfold for you once you are abroad. Okay, that's easy enough. We should actually, so this person that you're wanting to meet, have you made a request to the universe for the details on this person, or given universe the details on what kind of person you want delivered to you to make that connection with? Right? So frog meaning prince. Oh, you're gonna need to kiss a few of them probably to find your prince, because I don't think they have very many princes in abroad except for Prince William, Prince Harry at this given point. But hey, you never know. You never know. You might meet royalty and become part of the royal family because you're just a plain Jane type energy. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking with you. Waiting for the after our spirit box to open up. They've had enough of a rest that they can sit here and get open-minded. For all meaning, Prince, is that what you mean? Okay, so hold on. You know the frogs, right? I don't know frogs. I always thought that a frog was a French person. That's how I thought it was. I don't know. Frogs are French is what I've always believed in myself. But okay, so who's going off on the chat here? Hang on one second. Oh, I found those photos, by the way, you guys. I wish I could screen share it, but you can see a person in behind me, which is bizarre. Okay, so then move. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, I'm going to do it on this side because I can't see the chat from where I am. Okay, so you have some other love interests. I don't know what to do with my love life at all. Okay, so now we're in separation, but you slowly message me more and more. Okay. Okay, where is Wallflower? I was working on Wallflower first here. So if you have a question, just like hang on. Um, I don't know. I don't have. Ashley, can you take a running tab of everybody that wants to have their reading done, because it's too confusing, because some people are like multitasking or multi-messaging, and I haven't even started, um, even started channeling their information, and I'm being bombarded, which I don't like uh, to be overwhelmed with people's readings. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna work on this one. We want to know about the masculine part of things when you actually take your journey abroad. Okay. So let's ask the God and Goddess cards first. Just don't go with the cards. So I thought I was supposed to ask Eve. You had a reading already. All right. So yeah, Eve was done yesterday. I remember that. Thank you, Ashley, for that update. I'm just good listening. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. You're welcome to hang out here. You don't have to go anywhere. Just be aware of that you kind of just want direction and truth, right? You want to find the balance. Things might be a little bit balanced, or they've gone from being balanced into a little bit of disruption. The guides are already fucking with my cards. They're fucking with my cards. Okay, they're blocking. They're blocking the energy right now. There we go. Don't block my energy. Block my energy all you want, but you don't block the connection. Whatever you do, no connection blockers. We want truth and spirit guides to let us know what's happening when Wallflower ends up moving abroad. Moving abroad. Don't move any broads. You'll get charged for assault. No, I'm kidding. Wallflower, then Kira. Okay, so I kind of got distracted there. I think I might have lost a couple people on the way. But I will be opening the spirit box right now. We're going to turn it on, and we're going to see what we've got today. It was very busy. It's been busy, like, whenever I've turned it on. It takes a minute or two for the flow to start, but, we're moving forward. So here we go. Let's turn on the Sanctus. And let's have a party. All right, party time. Okay. Okay, so Wallflower, you want to know what's going on. Okay, far away. Okay. So ask a question. They're saying ask about August. Is there somebody that correlates with August as far as this, your energy? Or do we have an August energy in here, which would be what is the right? Okay, so we have okay, August. Okay, yeah, so definitely something. You definitely are coming through on this card as to wanting to know what's going to happen when you do move abroad. Like, this is in correlation to your current situation, and you're wondering what the experience is going to be like. I think you're more worried about the experience of being abroad is going to actually maybe make you feel a little more, how do you say, more in tune and ready for moving that far. You're thinking about the positive experience. You're asking the universe for direction as well, and you're taking the proper steps to actually be able to experience it beforehand. But I do feel that once you get there, there could be romance coming into your life. I do feel that the energy is going to interact. One's going to be a rose, the other one could be like a daisy kind of situation, but they're intertwined with each other. So putting them into a tangible earth energy, I believe, is what we're looking at here. Is a lot of earth. There is direction. There's going to be a mountain range, but there is somebody in the male form that is pondering the new connection that is wondering what the universe has in store. So this is looking at the other person, that could be looking back at the same horizon that you're looking towards, that maybe is asking the universe the same question. So definitely you're going to end up experiencing quite a bit when you actually get there. Boy, don't go for the young energy people. Like, don't go for like the immature version of, of being. Okay, so the outcome for this part is, the person on the other side that is going to be probably connecting with you once you do move abroad and experience this relationship, um, is definitely somebody that knows what they're doing. They understand. They're compassionate. They know how to create and be able to take care of someone. They've been taking care of themselves for so long, and it's kind of been a boring experience. But I do feel that this energy is trying to look for a long-term relationship status, that is ready to settle down, create a family, work at creating a family, and having a great life. You know, and the universe will end up providing for you the information as you need it, right? You don't have to feel like you're being restrained, but this person is going to try to keep you as they're going to try to keep you, not meaning that they're going to restrain you or anything, but they're going to keep you connected with them. You know there's that one sword that's going to stand out among all of them, that's going to be a benefit for you, like, because you're going from the Eight of Swords. That's the only confinement that I'm seeing. The person that you're going to be possibly interacting with has, the capabilities of taking care of you, and you won't even actually have to worry about anything. They'll be your protector, your guardian, your provider, right? Yeah, and there's going to be comfort. You're going to find the comfort within, like the spirit box just said. All right, so, and this card actually is the second time this card is flipped up. It took a bit of a flip. I just caught a brief glimpse of it, but this happened on the last shuffle, that this card was actually sent before, so it had to come out, the Ace of Pentacles. So you're feeling, the universe is offering, the blessing on this situation, but it hasn't come into fruition yet. So we have to give it some time to actually manifest into an experience or a connection, right? So it's definitely talking about doing this experience while you're abroad. You're walking through the garden. Once you hit the garden, you're basically all good to go, and the universe is going to provide you with a kind of a situation of blessings and direction for who is supposed to be coming through for you. He's pondering. If I've ever seen a card jump as high as that. Okay, I had to put these just a little bit. There we go. So we can see the cards a bit better here. Okay, so, and then the Two of Swords comes out. So you're definitely not in the mood for drama. You're not in the mood for, dealing with bullshit. You've had enough. You just want to, go about your business. And this could be an actual water sign that is actually pursuing you once you do go abroad. You do have the two. And you were feeling kind of confined. You felt that you were restricted in your journey, but you remain neutral. And then, you've released all those energies before leaving, to allow for the new connection, to be able to bond with this person spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Right? They want a long-term relationship. They're looking to start a family. They've done everything that they can to save up for the journey, save up for the possibility of meeting a relationship and it going farther, getting married, having children. This is what this energy is looking for when you actually meet it. So you'll know exactly from that they're talking about starting a family. Just pick up on the cues when you do meet, sister. They may have a sister that is in connecting with this as well. That you could have met during school, and it's kind of like you bring your best friend home, and then your brother ends up falling in love with them. I've had that experience happen to me where my brother ended up wanting to date one of my friends that I, gone to school with, for starters. But he's feeling that there's going to be a bit of a struggle. It's going to be a bit of a journey, but he's willing to push through and push forward to get this completed. To be able to be that strength that you are requiring. He's like basically training himself, almost like he's going for the Ironman marathon kind of thing. With your energy is going to be a lot, and a very different kind of experience for both of you. So don't feel it as being a burden. Just let the man take care of the business. Let him deal with, the stress and the moving of things. Let him be a man and just be accountable, and let him build his own strength and understanding, right? So we've got two there sitting here. I'm going to put them back because they're not quite ready yet, even though we only needed two more, but we're going to get another two. We're going to pull and see what else we get. So you definitely have somebody that's thinking along the same connection. There's definitely a connection being formed here. You'll know when you've hit it, just basically on the information that I've been able to give you. He's going to be a very, smooth person. He's not settled. He's got a lot of love to give, and I think that it is going to be a water sign that you will probably be interacting, because there is blue in regards to where he is, and you end up coming into the blue version, which represents the water. Then you're going to have somebody stepping in as the Queen of Pentacles. You are going to be the queen to the person that has these pentacles, right? So being the Queen of the Pentacles, he's going to recognize you. You're going to recognize him. You're going to have an intimate talk about, life and life's, the experiences. And then you get the Ace of Wands as your final card. You have this person first looking out to yonder to wait for you to be matching the frequency that is being sent from your connections. Then you have this is their second card for the person that's pursuing you. He's kind of pondering what his next move is, what is going to be, the next experience to be able to build his pentacles up with. He's looking for avenues of ways to be inventive, or maybe be like a inventor energy, where he does a lot of planning of items, or looking at patterns and creating stuff, right? He's very good at creating things to happen in a positive manner. He definitely knows how to manipulate the universe to benefit himself for positive answers, right? Oh, hang on.
Flash. Straight before.
Okay, so daddy. So there you go. So somebody's looking to be a dad. Somebody wants to be a daddy. Somebody wants to get a family unit started, and before it gets kind of too late in the journey, right? All right, so we got one. I'm going to stop it. There you go. The High Priestess is going to give you the information that you require, and then you're going to be the most amazing, lovely, amazing person. The partnership. This is confirmation that you're not requesting to be queen, but you are definitely going to be put on a pedestal in the light. Like, this person is actually going to just cherish the hell out of you and give you whatever you want to make you the most beautiful person in their world. And moving together, and you're definitely comfortable. You're in your situation, and you're ready to move into a more comfortable situation from where you've been so independent and doing everything on your own. There's this new connection that you might be experiencing when you go abroad. You're going to stay kind of neutral vision for the first little while. You're going to let your hawk fly. Like, you've got a hawk on your hand here that's like a messenger. It's or it's going to come back with information for you, right? Like a hawk that's trained. It's a trained hawk that's going to deliver messages. It's going to be like those ones they have homing pigeons and stuff like that. It could come in the form of a bird energy. So really be careful of watching out what animals are around you. My messenger for my spirituality is a crow. It delivers messages for all sides of the universal and other side, mystic, right? Magic. They move in the direction, and there's the Hierophant. We got the Hierophant and the Page of Wands again. There's that Page of Wands showing up as somebody else's reading again. So this energy is going to be very prominent in quite a few people's journey. But you're getting it blessed, and the union that is meant to happen will happen on those terms, the spiritual terms. And they're trying to make sure that they're just everything is put into a perfect place, perfect position, perfect experience. This person wants to make everything just be perfect in your world. which is a big task. But this person is ready to take that task on and actually build on it. So, you know, and you're both, you both are throwing caution to the wind from both sides. There, you see a lot of yellow, like golden moments, but the yellow is kind of like more of a warning. Be, be honorable and don't create any ill intent, or don't blow your idea of yourself into a big picture that you um, are looking more prominent or more dominant than the partner that you have. Try not to make yourself be all about you and just with the ego brain, sitting there, because you are an amazing person. You know what your worth is in the world, and you're grateful for everything you've been given. Now he's going to try to figure out how to best approach you, feeling that you're kind of out of his league. Definitely, he's going to feel like you're out of his league. Um, so don't be flamboyant and everything, like showing um, too much of your information could be almost like, how do you say, it won't be received as, it's going to feel like a threat to this person because they're trying to offer to you, but you already have everything you need. You don't really need a whole lot, but just the companionship. And that could be overwhelming to a person that, doesn't really have much, but, is learning to manifest slowly in regards to, even buying himself a pair of pants. I'm kidding. But the pants thing is definitely going to be a situation in this one again, for this relationship. Allow him to be the man of the hour, and always support him as a man, and what his direction is. Um, it's great that you have your own independence. It's great that he has his own independence, but you're able to communicate on the spiritual level together and work to support each other, in making this relationship possibly come into fruition for both of you, and having the experience to share. There is hope, right? There's always hope when you actually are looking for the right intentions, right? So you have the high priestess and you have the Hierophant. So both are giving the blessing of this union, to go ahead with it, have fun with it, enjoy it, hang out as friends, start things slow, don't go having to rush into anything. This is going to be a very good connected unit for both of you. It's going to be a different connection than what you're used to. Maybe people have different customs when you go abroad, certain things that they do a certain way. I know when I went traveling abroad that, it was a learning experience just in the first week of being there, right? So definitely allow him to, come up with the ideas, allow him to do the creating of the relationship once you end up coming into a relationship with him. Let him guide you. Let him be your guide. Let him be your support, your Prince Charming. And he's not that bad looking. I definitely see that he's an attractive person. Definitely knowing that he's going to try to woo you. Definitely. Then you have the Sun card. So, and then you have the Chariot. The Chariot is showing up for you, ready to take you on an amazing journey. So jump on in and let's go for a ride. He's willing to show up and be cordial. He'll be, a very perfect gentleman in his actions. He takes that very seriously about treating women, with the utmost respect. And, basically whatever your wish is his command kind of energy, he's willing to provide for you. And he's done a very good place, done it very well for himself in regards to his pentacles that he's been, saving up and wanting to share with someone, but has not yet found somebody to share them with. But he's hoping for, a union to come out of this. Definitely looking to start a family. His energy is definitely looking forward to it. That's why he's going to be able to help you unwind. He's going to be able to let you experience life, not from a blinded side of energy or to be your eyesight being covered. And we've got this card's just wanting to come out. So then there's going to be an argument. Through the men are going to start bickering over who gets you, who's the right suitor for you. So don't let that get too far. Don't let that, have anything to do with the meaning, because I do feel that there's support for you between these two. There are kind of like trying to go for your energy or to be part of your spiritual guide through this journey. Right? There's a lot of yellow warning signs showing up though, with people trying to manipulate your situation to benefit theirs. but you watch for the warning signs. The one that a healer, yeah, I know. We're gonna try to do this the best way possible as we understand it. But he's there to kind of whisk you away, and he's kind of a little reserved. He's a bit shy. He's not the type of person that's gonna come out and just be like flamboyant in energy. He's gonna be very quiet, peaceful. He doesn't like to be, too many people in knowing his business. He likes his privacy. He's able to show you a great experience. Driving up in a chariot, like your pumpkin, like in that with or a Cinderella kind of story, a pumpkin changes into a big glass. In the blink of an eye, everything changes. But Cinderella having that white pumpkin show up, and she gets the most amazing dress and looking gorgeous on your the day that you get to be shown to the world. All right, so that's going to be in correlation to a possible marriage situation. Definitely stay away from the young energies. They're not going to be of any interest or any use that you're going to find for them. Stick away from that young kind of immature energy, and go for the more reserved type man. He knows what he wants. He's got everything in, and that went flip flop onto the ground. Okay, so we're going to leave that card down, and it needs to stay down there because revealing yourself to the world has to happen on all levels, definitely. So things are going to move quite well for you when you do actually go over, to the other side. There's people waiting. There's a person waiting for you on the other side that's requesting the information to be given from the universe as well. But I do feel that you're in the middle of it. You're definitely going to. Anomalies. I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what anomalies means? Nobody knows. I don't know. So you're right in the middle of all this. A lot of movement around you, but there's going to be one that's going to stand out that's working really hard to get this connection to work. He's going to be very appreciative of the type of person you are. Your personality is going to, shine through, and he's going to actually, take it to the next level after he gets there, right? So we're going to put those ones back for the mask, and we're going to see how you're responding to this now, how this is going to work out for you. Now that we see the male version of this experience coming forward, we'd like to see the male or the female's outlook as far as this connection. Is it going to be the good connection that you're seeking? And you got the Ten of Cups as well. So it is a definite match that you guys are going to be correlating with each other with that Ten of Cup energy. You're both seeking the same thing. Both want families. Both want, blessings of children. You're all doing, looking at that situation together. And it's following on the same page for your connection, your goals, and what you want happening within the relationship is going to put you on the path of this person. Okay, definitely it's going to put you on the path of their path to intermingle. So it's like you guys are going to be coming to like a Y direction in the road, and then you get to travel down the road together. Like you're going to finally bring your two energies together. It's going to manifest into a great connection. You're going to definitely be blessed with things in life, and just be grateful for all those blessings that you guys are going to receive. Like, you can't possibly get more direct than that, showing that Ten of Cups in both your guys' kind of energy wise, right? You're definitely looking for that energy to manifest for you both. So the cards that are flipping over here are actually jump cards that have jumped out. So it's going to give you a little bit of insight into maybe how you're going to approach the situation, who's going to be making the first move. We're going to find out who's going to make the first move. Is it going to be the person that you're connecting with spiritually that you haven't met yet? Is it going to happen after you meet? Is it going to happen before you meet? Those are the questions we want to know from spirit. That's a process, I understand, but we want to have some direction, please. Process is just too vague, right? We need to have a game plan for this to be able to come into it. See, cards are just like falling away here. All right, so we're going to keep these cards going. We want to, get, the most direct messages for you. Okay. So let's see what the female also has in store. Okay, so we're going to go. This card was first. So you have now the Emperor, and look at what the Emperor is doing. He's sitting back watching children play. So this is probably the energy that you're going to actually be drawn to. He's a very nice looking person. He's very, he's easy on the eyes when he fixes himself up, and he looks really good when he's got himself all looking after, clean cut, nice hairdo. He's definitely selective on his sharing of his love. He keeps it very guarded, as he's seeing it's behind him. He's protecting it. He doesn't want to put his heart on his sleeve, but he's willing to do that for the right person, that can offer, a family unit together and build a family together, right? Build the experience together, right? You see that? He's watching over, and he likes to be the dad. He likes this energy of, being responsible for a little version of yourself, right? And teaching it how to grow, how to walk, how to move, teaching it to talk, teaching it, just to general life, and the experiences and the meaning that it's going to give you. So this relationship could move very quickly. Once you end up meeting this person, the relationship could move very, very quickly. Meaning that, you could be having babies by next year, 9 months from now, right? Or 9 months from the time that you meet him, obviously 9 months, right? So he's manifesting, he's juggling, he's trying to make everything just to keep it in balance, right? But sometimes we have to give it a helping hand to get it moving, right? So the two energies are meeting as one on that parallel. Repeat what? I'm not repeating. You guys don't repeat. I don't repeat. So there you go. So now we have, he's willing to, juggle whatever it takes to get this relationship to go. He really wants this union to happen. And if you guys happen to cross paths, then, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and he's kind of going to be not somebody that's going to stick out. He's not going to be like all bright and shiny that you're going to know, like there's light. There's not going to be like a light. It's going to be the one that you least notice, okay, that you're going to notice. He doesn't have to bring anything to the table. He just knows that it's, once the truth has been found, like there's two little pentacles down here that are lit up, he knows that the journey is starting, that everything is going to get, illuminated for him. And, you're going to be honorable to the pentacles that he's created and be respectful of, his gifts, or, he wants to be able to shower you, but it's sitting back, just not being flamboyant. But this person is well-to-do. He definitely has financial security with him. He definitely has, the money. He definitely has money to take on the responsibility, that he doesn't show anybody. He doesn't reveal that. He doesn't show that energy to anybody. That is, he doesn't want to be, somebody's cash cow. He's very reserved. He's going to be quiet about it. But he's going to be looking from an outside version. It's going to be what you're not expecting. You're expecting someone that's going to be flamboyant, throwing money around. It's not going to be that type of energy. He's going to be very reserved, respectful, and wanting to honor you as his partner. Right? He's saving it for you and for himself and his partner that's, being lit up and being brought down the same journey path. See, there's two pentacles that are lit. He's one, you're the other, and then, you're illuminating your paths to become together as one, right? So you guys are working towards each other. You're working for the same purpose. And you have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. So that is the new beginning that you guys are going to experience together. And it's going to be based on that one pentacle that really has no value, and seeing how you accept this gift of a pentacle that he's going to offer to you is how you're going to receive it. You never know how much that pentacle is worth, right? It may be worth nothing, but is that enough to say that we can be still compatible, even if we hit those, not feeling like it's enough kind of moments. And there you go. So I believe that this energy that we are now fully made aware is going to definitely show itself. Celebration, the four of wands always shows that people having a good time. So this could be, definitely a connection that is going to cause for celebration. Okay, so it could be like your engagement party. It could be, your bachelorette party or something before you get married. But you definitely feel there is a connection, and there is going to be a sealing of the relationship with being married. And marriage is on the mind of both of you. So, yeah, don't forget to invite me to the wedding. I'm kidding. But you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna enjoy the company. You're gonna enjoy the people that surround you, and making those new connections for, and you never know where you're gonna meet them. You could meet them at a relationship resort. At a relationship resort. Now, how the hell would you be doing going to a resort, because it's very American. Okay, it's very American to go to, go and have, your little personal time at, some island or wherever. I don't know. And gets behind time catch. Where is this guy? Hee-haw. I don't know. He's over European style. We're going to do European style for this is, kind of where are we going with this? Where is this going? Please tell me, where is this going, right? I heard that, American. The holiday resort. Yeah, you're going to meet him at a self-help program resort. No, I don't think so. I don't see this person having to need self-help. They know what they're doing. They're just, waiting it out. They're going to make you work hard for this energy to come through, though. They're going to make you jump through hoops to make sure that you're worthy, and find out, who is the most fairest of them all, right? Cinderella. Ain't got nothing on this. Let's just say Cinderella has nothing on this, okay? Because this is going to be one hee-haw of a celebration. You're going to just be celebrating and enjoying each other's companionship, and this is always going to feel like you're always at, a party all the time, and having enjoying moments, and you're just going to just melt away and become like butter, melts in your mouth, not in your hand. You're going to love your piece of chocolate. It's going to be one hell of a chocolate. It could be white chocolate, it could be dark chocolate. I see a bit of maybe a mixed person here. It could have a bit of dark Italian, kind of Caucasian. He's going to be a mixed breed, but still the most honorable breed of all, and loyal, that you'll ever be encountering. And this is a manifesting. He'll be 35. Is that what you want? He'll be 35, will he? Okay, so 35-ish, if that helps. So, if there's anything else, I am done for that one. So definite connection coming when you go abroad. Aha. There you go. Yeah, those ones are I hear the woman from the spirit box. Yeah, she's a young energy. The young female that comes through first. That's the young energy. That's the male energy that's prominent. So there's all kinds of. What was it about Forrest Gump here? What was the American? Sorry, haha. Oh, we were talking about, you'll have to go and replay that. Rewind 10, 15 seconds and see what it meant. A cruise. Oh. So, a cruise? I don't know. Depends on where you're wanting to go with it. All right, so we got that. So we're going to try to correlate now both decks into one to see the connection forming and being put out to the universe for you on that note. I'm going to get the door. Hang on.
They're loud.
Okay, maybe it wasn't. I thought it was my kitty crying at the door. Okay. All right. So we're at 2 and okay. So we're gonna take a break after Kiara. My bum's starting to hurt sitting here on this hard chair. I gotta go get a pillow for my chair. So long as I've sat on this chair. I'm usually laying in bed watching movies on my projector facing the roof, and laying in bed watching my movies up, on my ceiling from my projector. It's really cool. It's actually very comfortable. Very gracious for that. So Wildfire, there's a lot of energy that's gonna, it's gonna be overwhelming at first. So just take your time when you do. You're gonna experience the energy, but just enjoy yourself. Let it happen divinely. Okay, just be And just be open to the wavelengths that you'll get the feeling of you'll get a certain feeling, and it's hard to explain, but
Abruptly.
it's almost like butterflies, but almost to the point of where you physically want to get sick. And it's hard sometimes to keep those kind of butterflies or those emotions from over. And what happens is not so much butterflies, it's your acid levels in your stomach that are working overtime because you're stressed. It goes into defense mode. So try to keep yourself calm, do meditation, keep yourself on a balanced energy, right? You don't want to get off balance or have situations with your digestive tract or anything like that, right? Just take it slow and easy. I don't know if there's history of like ulcers in your stomach, but it's going to cause a little bit of flare up there. So it could be like an ulcer or something that flares up. So you have to be very selective of what you're eating, and for the first while, let your body adjust to the travel zone time. And it does take a little bit out of you when you actually do the traveling part. Is very draining as well. So always be aware of that. CBS, what was that? That was a beautiful reading. It is actually okay. So I said okay. Yes, Wallflower. I forgot how. So there you go. So this is for your the interaction. This could apply to other people in the chat as well. So if it resonated with you, feel free to kind of go through the energy and see what parts are worthy of being saved by you. So this is like you're in a giant puzzle piece and you're dividing it up between 5 people, and everybody's going to get an equal amount of experience, right, and time with an experience like that. But one is definitely going to be having a celebration by the time there's going to be a sharing of excitement. And what that excitement is, it could be the engagement, it could be even just moving in together, and you probably end up living together before you'll get engaged or live together, and then you guys will work on the actual marriage part from there on. Okay. Scorpio, yes. You think it's going to be a Scorpio spirit? Okay. Well, I'm grateful. So they're definitely saying that it could be a Scorpio for some of you, 100%. So we're gonna, So Kiara, I'm gonna assume that you are next. Energies are irreversible. Yes. You can if you want to put your time into them, but it's easier to rewrite it than actually have to, go back and work through the actual emotion, and you have to figure out a different avenue. So it did say Scorpio, right? I know it said that. So I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here. That Kiara, if you're next, I don't know if there's anyone before you, but I'm going to be from, like I said, Wallflower, the next person on the list, Ashley, would be Kiara. I don't know. I have to ask my moderator. Okay, so Kiara's next. Okay, so you want some introspect into your personal self. Okay, so we're going to pull out the other cards for introspect. When you're asking about your personal self, I use a different deck than the actual tarot oracle cards. These are a different oracle type of card, but it deals with more of the introspect and the internal journey that you're experiencing. So that's why I use these cards. These are the best cards for that. So we're gonna give it a little shuffle. We're gonna clear the energy from them, make sure they're all clean and ready for giving direction and messages for your personal self. All right, so we're going to take our oracles. I'm going to move the other cards away for a minute. You can just kind of move off the altar here, move off the cloth, and we're going to see what we've got here. All right, so let's see what's going on. So these are very awkward to shuffle, but I'm slowly getting into the habit, learning a little bit more how to shuffle these guys. Yes, cards for everyone. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna deal. What I like to do is I like to spread these ones out because there is a lot of them. So it's better to just kind of spread them out and take your pick for the 3 cards. So I'm going to put my hand over top of it and feel for energy that's coming through. My hands are going numb. Stopping here, which one? I think it's this one. I'm just trying to take this one. It's card number 1, which is windy. That one's not being drawn. Okay, I'm going to take my pendulum off. I want more direct connect. Let's see where the pendulum stops for us. It's very quiet over here. All right, so we're going to draw these. Use the pendulum to pick cards for the reading for Kiara. May the direction be beneficial to her and working in favor of her energy. So I'm going to slowly see what cards it freezes on. So it's definitely picking up vibrations from the cards. No, it's pulling me back. We're going to go forward. No, we're still pulling. Okay, so there's... Pick a number between 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so this one is really pulling a yes that I kept getting drawn back to. So we're going to pull that one as well. And it's the silent. Put these guys back on. Now we're going to pull out one more card here and an outcome card, please, Spirit. Okay, so what energy are you picking up here now? Which one?
That's fine.
That's fine? Okay, so it's not picking the energy. It doesn't want the energy, okay. At first it did. At first it did, and it's being pulled again. So maybe not that one. There's a definite card being drawn. And it's written here, and I can't figure out which one is which. So is this the card? Or is this the card? No, it's drawing me right back. Why is it being like this? Okay, so I'm going to move a little bit at a time. Are these the card? Is there a card here that I need to pull for the reading? Okay, so I can see that. Okay, let's try to go further again here. I feel like there's like either a force pushing against me, or it's pushing me back. Let's see what's going on here. There's a lot of cards that are being kind of magnetized. I've come across 3 so far in this scan. Oh, we're being drawn further over here. A card here. Okay, so there's something definitely within this area here. And that's why sometimes these pendulum ones can take a bit longer, because they're actually feeling the energy within the card and seeing how it's going to, this one, shaking. Okay, so this one is the energy. There we go again. So what's this card? Where are we going here? Which one? That one? The Dark Star? Okay. We'll pull this one. Oop. The Arrow. Okay. So you're definitely going to be drawing within yourself. Okay, so we want one more for the outcome card that we won't be able to see until we finish the reading for this this reading for Kiara.
Who did I?
So any card from here? Number 5 card? All right, got number 5 here. Wow, okay. And this is exactly what has to unfold. Thank you for giving me those cards, Spirit. May we find the direction and messages through the cards that we've had you so graciously pick for us. It's very cold. My crystal is actually so cold right now. It's very bizarre. It's very cold. It brings in the definite energy, but not feeling the warmth right now. Okay. Put this one on here. Okay. So what we came across here was the first card was the silent. So, ouch, I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, so the first card up was the silent. So taking some time just to be in tune with your personal ventures, and learning about what experiences are being needed or are not being meant within this relationship with yourself. Find out what parts are the dark. It's like the dark spots always will hide shadows. Look in those places that you can't physically see. And that could be, internally, but I definitely feel that the external part of you, or the the version of you that's going to be shown vertically. Why am I having these different words fight? Okay. You have a lot going on in your plate, though. You definitely have to take some time and learn to be just silent with yourself and be in a silent, sacred space for this energy to be able to work. With calm, cool, collective energy, right? Then you got the windy, so everything might be go through a bit of a definitely is going in a direction that let the wind carry you wherever you may, or like a leaf in the wind, and wherever it carries you, and you just move. You just follow, just follow the direction and the peacefulness, the serene life, the easy to, kind of get through life just, on a whim, just basically a free-spirited energy. But it's finding that restrictions are going to have to be in place for you, because you're just wanting to be flighty, be all flighty, not stick with your how is it say, not dealing with your personal goals or energies. You're just kind of like, oh, I'll plan this, and then you never get any follow through on your situation. So make sure that you're following through with what you are trying to manifest from this spiritual. See, the silent version of you wants to have messages come out, and doesn't need it to be a chaotic shit show or chaos, like a windstorm can create in a matter of seconds. So be aware of that there is some stuff that may come out that, now that you're trying to be grounded, is going to be, it's going to block the energy of being flighty. So that's what you're trying to do, is keep yourself grounded, put restrictions on yourself, and say, no, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to see this through. I'm going to put my all into this. Yeah, the tradition of, honoring yourself through, healing. Right. Then we had the arrow show up, and this arrow is kind of pointing in the direction of down. So maybe you're dealing a bit with your kind of some internal conflict that is not easy to get through, or that you have anybody to kind of sound off with in regards to this little bit of dark energy that you are working on, right? And it definitely requires work. Like nothing comes without work. Nothing will fall into your lap unless you request it to. You can give it a shot on manifesting and stuff like that, and do your manifestation with the good intent, and you may end up being honored on that request that you send out. And don't forget to give it some time first for it to reveal itself. Let it almost like, it's like making a loaf of bread. Okay, you're letting it rise, and then you know, when you have it at the right level of perfectness, you put it in the oven and bake it, right? So wait for the perfect moment to you know, kind of work on these things. Don't, you know, take on too much that you feel that you're being overwhelmed or you're being pulled in one direction when you're trying to pull opposite from that direction. You don't really want to go down you don't want to go down, right? You want to move up. So you want to be focusing your energy in an upward, more happy moment. Keep your, you know, keep your eyes, your nose up a bit, you know, keep yourself proud. Stand and walk. Yeah, exactly. So it's like a Cupid's arrow. You're resisting. You are either resisting, or you're pushing it away, or you're trying to pull it in. Okay, so now you have to figure out which way you want to go. Are you pushing away, or are you pulling in the energy? Um, you know, are you confused about which way to go? Whether you should pull the energy or let the energy kind of just manifest itself. Um, this is your get out of jail free card. This is the erase. You can choose to either keep what your spirit guides are showing you, or you can, you know, erase it, start over again. You can always reset the energy. So if you kind of are going down this road and this path for experiencing things in your life, let it be known that you can erase and reset it. If it's not kind of what you planned, you can reset it into a more easier boyfriend power. Yeah. Um, you know, but be allowing yourself to let go, so you can erase elements of your memories that you don't want to carry with you. You know, memories of exes that, you know, are still, you know, having to come up for you, or situations that aren't letting you be able to transform because they want you to stay the way that you are. Exit. Yeah, you want to take this erase and you want to exit all the past relationships so that you can be in a more solid foundation for yourself, and to be able to build a stronger foundation. Um, you know, this is a lot of internal work that you're going to have to face and work with, and these are probably going to be some of the tougher ones that you've had to experience. The energy and feeling of a lot more harder pull away from the direction that you don't feel is worth it anymore, but it's still pulling you. There's still a person pulling you towards them, but you're ready to let go at any given time. You're ready just to let go and let that arrow go. Give up. Just let it go. You know, it's not going to serve you any purpose to be wasting energy on something that's pulling away from you or is pushing against you. Okay, you want to just be neutral. You don't want to have to experience more than you wanted to and more than you healed. You're only healing yourself. You're not out to heal anybody else but yourself and your soul, to be on a perfect alignment for yourself, to be able to find that soul partner. Yeah, to be able to cross and move in a more positive direction. So take this erase, use it wisely, use it only when you need it, to replan a route, like replan your route, your spiritual path, your spiritual route that you're taking, that you're, you know, learning about yourself internally, you know, that you have, you know, situations or personalities in yourself that most people don't even get to see because they pass judgment too fast. And, you know, you got, you know, everything going on and everybody thinks that it's just perfect, but underneath you're falling apart, you're losing it, you're just like, okay, this has got to stop, this has got to quit somewhere's got to stop this. If I have to do it myself, you're going to get very upset with this situation. You're going to feel like, you know, there's no end in sight. You know, that this is just going to repeat itself over and over again. But, you know, this is where you get to use the erase and not allow it to replay. Oh, but allowing yourself to erase memories, reprogram your route, you know, your journey. You don't have to take what's written, because nothing's ever fully written until it's written, right? So just be aware that you want to make the most of your future from this point forward. And you have a question as well? Okay, go ahead. Ask your questions. Residence is where? Your residence is welcome to be here. Your presence is welcome to be here. Good. All right. So there you go. So use your erase. You've got this as like your out card. You know, don't, and use it wisely. You know, if you want to reset, you know, reset, erase everything from the white chalkboard and start, you know, a new diagram or a new experience. on your chalkboard and just say, okay, I'm releasing myself from this energy. This is not the energy that I want. Erase it. Away it goes. Okay, start over again. Erase, erase, erase. This is your eraser for your whiteboard with all the dreams and things that are going on. You can take parts out. You can put parts in. You can basically take each part and erase it into a different position. So you say you want to take, the windy and put it further down the line. That's something that you don't want to face, or you want to take the next one, the silent, and say, okay, I want to focus mostly on this, or the journey in itself, and understanding each individual particle are part of your journey, so that it can actually fold into one to be of a benefit to you. So those are the three energies that you get to be, yes, objectively. You write them objectively. You don't put your energy into it until you're ready to make it become an action. Okay, but this is kind of like a what do they call it? It's almost like you're at the drawing board. You're starting trying to create. Okay, you're drawing and trying to figure out what avenue you want to go, and that's what's going on your whiteboard. Is all these experiences are going onto that whiteboard, and now you have to sort through to which ones do you want to keep, which ones do you want to get, which one do you want to write that story with, and or the future with, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people say story, or it's all up to you how you want this to be coming to light for you. Okay, inner self, yes, for your inner strength. Okay, so the bottom of the card, now that reading is done, we have the flow. So you're gonna feel a lot lighter. You're gonna be able to release that energy and just kind of whoop, hot air balloon, and how hot air is definitely not a need, right? But you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy now the ride that you get to take with just going with the wind, but being in a more suitable device to go sailing with. You're not having to take it and just go with the flow. Allow it to take you to different places. Allow it to experience different avenues of life, and be perspective and look at it from outside the box as to the grandiose version of the experience that you want. You get a bird's eye view of everything that's going on, and putting things into people, places, and things into, telling you how to make it work for you in the end, and enjoy the ride. The most serene kind of energy, you could be just silent, and that can be where the silent comes in, is you're able to float into, take off in a balloon, and the only thing you ever hear on that ride is the burner going on and off. That's all you hear. Is one thing you have to pay attention to, is that burner going on and off, on and off. Use that as a zone point that you can manifest and work from a spiritual dimension. Just tune yourself into that whole vibration of being up in the sky, and you have the only sound up there is the sound of the balloon burner. That's all you hear, and it's so serene and so peaceful that it's hard to come back from that existence, because it is less stressful, less drama. You're experiencing everything just on a mellow note, almost like you're just like floating. Like in the hospital, they give you a shot of morphine, you just start floating, just like that's what your energy is going to do. It's going to release some energy, and it's just going to be serene release. It's going to be a gentle release of the energy flowing out. Okay, so be aware of that. So use it as a focus point in meditation. Of you riding in a balloon, could be you use that as a visual for your guided meditation, or even just focalize on just even a non-guided meditation that you can use and say, I want to experience this information download or answers to my situation in a peaceful, calm space, right? You want to definitely work from the float and plane, trying to design information, just relax, go with the flow, and just enjoy it, and be able to work, through it, because you have the silence, you have the experience to just, manifest the silent part, so you can think clearer, and move in a more clear direction right there. So there you go. So there's your overall for that one. Okay, so anybody that is next, I don't know who is next, but I'm grateful that you're going to be able to find some serenity to find out the information that you need. Just take the time. Don't just rush it. Don't rush into whatever's going on for you. be very aware and very in tune to the direction that you're headed. Okay. Okay, so who is next? The arrow reminds me of the Sag Cupid's arrow. Very nice. Ryan, you're next. Okay, where is Ryan? Is Ryan here still? Or did he kind of get impatient? Just let people know that, if they're coming in to get readings, I'm actually, if they can, give them a time frame. It's usually, I try to keep the readings very short, like 10, 15 minutes. But if I'm in the middle of a reading, can you also let them know that when they come in that, if they don't want to wait around, to just give them like a time frame for them to work, come back at, right? Because it could be 10, 15, 20 minutes that I finish the reading. And, if they don't want to feel like waiting around, they got other things to do, feel free to go and do whatever you want and come back in that allotted time and see how things are progressing towards your getting the reading, right? So it depends on the messages that come through. They could run anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, all the way up to like 20, 25 minutes sometimes. And because I'm doing this because of our 100 subscribers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's work on 200 and see how fast it takes us to get the 200 subscribers for the channel, and to be able to pass out the messages that are required to the people that need. Okay, so let them know that, take a number kind of thing, like give them a time frame, like 20 minits, whatever. If I'm just starting in the reading, then give them like 20 minutes at least. Because it usually does definitely go either 10 or 15 on average, right? On average. Okay, so if Ryan's still here, then I'll read it. If he's not, then we're going to take a break for about 10, 15 minutes, so I can recuperate my coffee and get some water or something on the side. Yeah, 20 minutes max wait approximately. Yeah, usually it'll be shorter than that. But I'm going to leave you guys here with the spirit box for a little bit, and you enjoy it, and see if you guys can channel your connection with the actual energy box. Even though you're not vocal, you might be able to pull out some energy from it, being far away. So the energies that are manifesting through my box, please be able to offer some guidance or some information that somebody may be requesting of your service. Stop them from what? Making foolish decisions? I'm not in. It's not for me to decide. Cards flew everywhere. Okay, so now we got just curious to see what those ones were. Oh, that's from the other deck. Okay. This is from your. Okay. So we've used almost every card possible here. We've got spirit animal cards. They're definite oracle, more intuitive to your personal well-being. Okay, so got those guys in order. Let them lie down. Have a rest. There we go. All right, so we've done quite a few readings today. I haven't been keeping record of who it is, but we are definitely having a good day. That is for sure. So today is what? February 3rd. Oh, okay, so it is, okay. So I'm going to move my marker page over. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we have met the quota for the month now. The new goal for subscribers is going to be either 200, and we're going to try to set it for, say, 2 months to get 100 subscribers, and that's going to be helpful from you guys too as well. Make sure you're sharing these messages with people that maybe need a bit of direction, and be grateful to share them, or just offer your reviews on some of the ones that we've done. It's great to have new people coming in and experiencing the channel for themselves, and seeing how well it's gone for others, and the positivity that we hold with this channel, that we try to be the best that we can be energy wise, and being on a positive note. even if you're kind of feeling like your day's kind of shitty, if come and hang out, somebody will put a smile on your face, guaranteed, right? Be happy and just let the emotion go on that. Don't have to over stress it. You don't have to overthink it. You can just relax here. It's like it's like that elite club that you get to just disappear in, and nobody has to know anything, where you are, what you're doing. It's kind of like a little, almost like and bring something to drink. Bring something to drink when you're hanging out here, right? We still have to do the weekly. February energy was done on the 1st for all signs. But I think I'm going to start with the other one. I wrote down all of the signs. Where is it? I wrote down all the information down. Where did I write it down? That's what happens when you have an upside down book. You have 2 different sides to go through. That one. Yeah, and it's not here. Where the hell did it go? That's not it. Maybe I wrote it in the other one. Maybe I did. Maybe. Oh, there it is. It wasn't in the other book. So I'm gonna actually start doing astrology ones, like intuitive messages for whoever needs it in regards to based on their sign. So I have whether you're on the cusp or if you're a true Leo or a true Virgo from your date of birth. Being able to create a life path number with the information of your birth date, your name, everything correlating with that. So yeah, so we can have that also as an option that's going to be coming up on the channel for numerology and giving numerology reports. Numerology reports do take a bit longer than actually doing readings, because you have to go in and input data to get the data out. So we'll be taking orders for that. We'll give you a certain amount of it as we'll give you your outline, and then if you want a detailed version, then it'll be like, I don't know, $15-20 for your detailed version of your numerology report with all your path numbers, all your soul numbers, basically every single thing that can possibly go for your whole existence and your journey, right? Being able to find out what your ascending star is or ascending sign is, if you don't already know it, how it affects you in your daily life. Your biorhythms are always changing and taking on new rhythms and experiences, right? Yeah, the zodiac's in the chart. We're going to see how it plays out within your chart from your actual specific birth date, time, name, all that stuff can give you a very detailed look, and then I can either share it with you via video or I can share it via email. All right, so I can type it out and let you have it for record. So yeah, so that's that. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to stop this stream. We're at 2:42:35, so it's good. And don't forget the yellow signs. Don't forget what yellow is representing as far as your journey. All right. So we'll talk to you guys soon, and I will be starting another feed. Give me 20